Hi everyone, so I was tagged to do the Beauty and Brains tag, I think that's what it's called. I was tagged by Lisa, her link will be down there. So yeah, I haven't actually read through the questions yet, so it might be a bit all over the place this, so you know, we'll get onto it. So, number one is, what is your favourite book? I would probably have to say it's Are You Dave Gorman or Google Lack Adventure by Dave Gorman. That guy, just the adventures that he goes on for no apparent reason are just genius. Sort of funny, but at the same time that you've got like the America Unchained one, which is a bit more sort of serious and documentary-like, and you know, he's just a really, really good writer, and I think there's no one else that's really like him, apart from maybe Danny Wallace, who was like his roommate at some point, so you know, they are pretty similar. But yeah, Dave Gorman's books basically. Number two, what is your favourite quotation? To define is to limit. That'll be the one. Maths or English? English, 100% English. I was rubbish at maths, but I was good at English. Yeah, I was like one mark away from getting like a higher grade in like my A level, so I was like, so I was gutted. But yeah, I was pretty good at English, I think, but maths, not my subject at all. Science or art? Art, 100%. I love art. I used to love it more like when I was a kid. I haven't drawn anything for absolutely ages, but I'd still say art. I don't know how good I'd be at it now because I haven't drawn anything in ages, but I really liked art a lot at school. Albums or musical artists that changed your life? Wow. Well, I suppose when I was a kid, I adored Ant and Dec, like big style, loved Ant and Dec. Went to see him at Sheffield City Hall. It was the first time I ever went to Sheffield City Hall. And just seeing them live, it was one of the most amazing experiences ever. Then probably Green Day. Green Day changed my life because, I don't know, they were sort of the first sort of alternative-ish band that I got into. It was like, I don't know how many years ago now, but I think it was around like the Nimrod time-ish, I think. Maybe Insomniac, I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, they were just really amazing, and they opened my eyes to a lot of other bands that are out there, and you know, they made me love punk music and pop punk and, you know, general rock music, I think. Probably then Kaiser Chiefs, because they were the first sort of indie band that I liked. I went through a stage of absolutely hating indie music because I was a punk rock kid slash goth slash whatever, and I didn't really like indie music. And then I heard Oh My God by the Kaiser Chiefs, and I was just like, that's actually really, really good. And I bought their Employment album on the day that it came out. I wasn't expecting to buy it, I just walked into HMV, the one that I would later work in, and was like, I'm gonna buy this, the special edition looks cool. And yeah, that album, that still to this day is like one of my favourite albums. It's brilliant, I adore it. Then sort of moving on, sort of Maximo Park, sort of leading into field music, because I think that Maximo Park made me know who field music were. So yeah, field music are my all-time favourite band ever. They are so different to like anything else that's coming out of the UK at the minute. They genuinely are just musicians. They make music for themselves, and you know, it's experimental, but I just absolutely love it. Their Tones of Town album, I think, will forever be like my number one favourite album. I think it's so different, and yeah, you've got the two different voices. You've got Peter and David. Peter's probably got the more mainstream voice, whereas David's got this beautiful, beautiful, just oh, his voice is amazing. Then probably editors, but now Chris has left editors, so they probably won't sound the same. Mark Cardle, I suppose. I don't know how he's changed my life, like, but you know, he's good. What now? Favourite and least favourite school subjects. I really didn't like school. I hated it with a passion. But I always liked English, loved it, and again, I hated maths. Genuinely hated maths, so that's it. I loved English, hated maths. Favourite celebrity with a brain? Okay, that's a bit of a random question. I don't know, probably Derren Brown, because Derren Brown has got this mind that you just sort of, it boggles to think about what that goes through that guy's head and how he can work out everything that he works out to do all of his little tricks and all that stuff, and I just think he's got probably such a complex mind, but it is just, I don't know, I just can't comprehend how smart and intelligent that guy is. So Derren Brown. If you could study anything anywhere, what would it be and where? I'd probably study Japanese in Japan. That would be amazing. What's your nerdy little secret? I don't know, I like comic books, but everybody knows that. I like wrestling. I suppose that's a nerdy little secret, but it's not really a secret again. I don't really have that many sort of like nerdy things that I'm secretive about. It's like I'm just me, and you know, I like wrestling, I like comic books, I like anime, I like all the nerdy stuff. But you know, I'm pretty open about it, so I don't really see it as a secret. Favourite beauty guru who you admire for more than their love of fashion/beauty? I don't know. Probably Lauren Luke. I think she seems like a very down-to-earth lady. I don't know, really. Just seems like a nice person. Bunny, Graveyard Girl, I'd say was pretty wacky, but sort of would be interesting to meet her, I think. Yeah, that'll do. If your channel couldn't focus on beauty/fashion, what would it be? It'd probably just be me talking random crap about things that I like other than beauty and fashion. Pretty much what I do now, but without the beauty and fashion. That's all I can say. Name something that you are obsessed with that other people would find strange or geeky. Again, comic books, wrestling, Formula 1, darts. I love darts. You know, all that stuff that people generally see as geeky, but I love. Name 5 people, not family or friends, that inspire you. Number 1, I'm going to have to say, is actually Mark Cardle. Probably going to turn off right now, but what I admire about him is the fact that he went onto a talent contest. It wasn't something that like was his style of music, but he went on anyway, and he didn't use a sob story in it at all, even though he had one. He had several. It was like he had cancer when he was a kid and he almost died from it, but he didn't use that to get the sympathy vote. That's something that I really genuinely admire him for, the fact that that didn't come out until like after X Factor, and I really genuinely admire him for doing that, for not using the sob story and using that to get the votes. I'd say I admire Stephen Fry quite a bit, for, you know, making the documentaries and stuff on depression and, you know, being openly gay and all that stuff. I think it's something definitely to admire, you know, that he's come through it all, and, you know, he's still the intellectual, brilliant man that he is today, and, you know, I just love everything that he's been a part of. A bit of Fry and Laurie was absolutely genius. Thumbs up for that one. I admire will.i.am quite a bit. I think that the amount of pots that he's got his finger in is just insane. Like, you can tell a will.i.am song that he's produced or whatever. He does a lot of stuff, like he's doing his own career, he's helping everyone else out, he's doing all this different stuff, and it's like, how does he function? How does he continue doing what he's doing and still produce some stuff that's quality? Lady Gaga, I'd say, is a good inspiration. She is, she's very out there in, her personality, her way that she is. But I think that the impact that she's had on, like, the gay community, and that they can come out or whatever they want to do and just have that confidence because of Lady Gaga being a little monster and, coming out and doing what they want to do, I think it's pretty important to have those figures, like, in each generation that can push people to do what they want to do. And, I think Lady Gaga is a prime example of that for this generation. And then I'd probably say that I admire CM Punk, who is a wrestler. Now, I know it's mainly a character, blah blah blah, but something that's sort of transitioned from his real life into the wrestling thing is he's straight edge, he doesn't drink, smoke, do drugs, anything like that, and he's firmly against it. And he says that he doesn't do it to make himself cool, he just doesn't want to do it, etc, etc. And if anything, it made him less popular and stuff like that. And I just think he knows his own mind really well, and he will do what he thinks is right, hence the reason he sort of left the WWE for a while. And he sort of came out and did this whole unscripted, like, slagging off of the WWE and the fans and stuff like that. Just stuff that he spoke his mind and his microphone got cut off, and yeah, apparently that wasn't scripted at all, what he did then. And then he left the company, then he came back because they weren't using him in a way that he thought that he was good at. So, I think it's good that he'll speak his mind, and I think that sort of scared the company a little bit, that, if they don't treat him right, he is going to call us out on it, which I think is admirable. So yeah, CM Punk. What else? Is that it? Who is your intellectual soulmate? I don't know. I really, really don't know. Maybe Jimmy Carr. We sort of have really the same sense of humour. I have a sick sense of humour, but yeah, I'd probably say Jimmy Carr or Dave Gorman again. If you want to do this video, please make a video response down there and all that good stuff. Thank you to the wonderful Lisa for asking me to do this video in her tag video. So yeah, I'm gonna get this uploaded and then do a bit of a dance. There you go, that's your little treat for today. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone, I'll see you all again very soon. Adios!